Hey everybody, you've made it to the Jed Said Therapy channel where a little awareness goes a long way. My name is Jed Thorpe, licensed therapist, and today we're going to address a comment received earlier this week on my the one that talks about psychological grooming in adults. And by the way, welcome back to the channel. And without further ado, let's get this going. The comment was from a parent that said, and I quote, "This is exactly what happened to my daughter. Unfortunately, her husband," and that was in quotations, "now has her completely isolated from all her family and friends. We're trying to figure out what to do to wake her up and bring her back. Just don't know what to do." And right away, I want to recognize how awful that sounds. And I'm sure you're not alone in this, by the way. If you're someone watching this with a similar experience, let's hear about it in the comments. Because you're right, watching someone you love disappear into an unhealthy relationship can be incredibly painful. One of the hardest parts is that from the outside, you can often see what's happening, but from the inside, not so much. I actually remember being in a similar situation where I did the absolute wrong thing and sent a blast email out, basically exposed the person, the guy. It just exposed him. I think I called him a monster. Of course it didn't work, and now I know why. I came in too hot. If you've watched the psychological grooming in adults video, you'll remember the frog in the pot analogy. The reason grooming works is because it happens gradually. No one jumps into a boiling pot of water. The temperature once you're in gets turned up 1 degree at a time. So let's start with something important. You probably can't wake them up with facts. Most families try logic. They'll say, "Look what they've done," or "Look how isolated you've become." They'll just call it right out. Or "Look how much you've changed. Look how unhappy you are. Look at everything that's going on. You want them to see." The problem is that by the time someone is deeply emotionally attached, the facts are competing against those emotions. And guess what's going to win? Not the facts. The truth is, the harder you push, the more likely they're going to get defensive around the whole situation. They'll start defending their partner. They'll start defending their decisions. Not because you're wrong, but because defending them protects the relationship that, in this case, your daughter has emotionally invested in. So what do? Let's go over this. Number one, stay connected. When I did the blast email, it ruined the ability for me to stay connected because I was now dangerous. I saw what was behind the curtain, and people that aren't ready to see that aren't going to really welcome you into, where they are. So number one, first and foremost, keep your mouth shut so that way you can stay connected. I know it sounds overly simple, but it's probably the most effective and important thing that you can do. When people are grooming someone or where they're being manipulative or triangulating all these behaviors, all these ways to control, basically, they thrive in isolation. And remember, for you, the goal isn't to win the argument. It isn't to be right. The goal, in this case, is to remain a safe person. A safe person can still receive phone calls and text messages. A safe person can still get visits and be invited. A safe person is someone they can go back to, when their lives become too unmanageable or unsafe. A lot of families accidentally become part of the isolation process because every conversation turns into a battle about the relationship. And after enough battles, they not only start avoiding the topic, they start avoiding the family. And at that point, the person that's grooming doesn't even have to isolate her. You've done that for them. You're the problem. So, if possible, maintain connection without making every interaction about the asshole. Hey, and by the way, that doesn't mean that you're ignoring the concern. It means you ask questions instead of delivering conclusions. Questions create thinking, and this is what you want. Arguments, on the other hand, that just creates defensiveness. Okay, now let's go to number 2. And here we go. Avoid attacking the husband, in this case, directly. I know that's difficult. You may have every good reason to go at it with the gloves off mentality, but when you attack them, the one that you love and you're trying to stay connected with here experiences an attack on their judgment. In this case, your daughter's judgment, and she'll feel that it's being attacked. And no one, again, likes to be criticized. They're going to get defensive. Remember, if she admits he's controlling, she's also going to have to admit that she's been participating in this relationship, that she's been duped. And that's a painful realization people tend to resist. You know what I mean? Hear me though. They resist it until they're ready. And finally, understand that change often happens when reality starts producing the consequences that are no longer, tolerable. This is going to take some time. A controlling relationship usually becomes harder to maintain over time, not easier. The inconsistencies start showing up. The isolation starts feeling lonely, even lonelier than it has been in the past. The promises stop matching the reality. And when those moments happen, you want them to know exactly where they can go. And because you followed rule number 1, they can go to where it's safe. Not to, I told you so, not to judgment, not to a lecture, but back to people who love them. So if you're in this situation, my recommendation, keep the door open and remind her through your behavior, not your arguments, that she still has a support system waiting for her. You asked, and now you know that sometimes the best way to help the frog out of the pot is to make sure they know where the safe place is when they're ready to jump out. And let's end the video with that. I hope you liked it, and believe me, everyone watching this following along, we're all wishing you well. So hang in there, and until next time, awareness up.